Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel and to the Tyre Shredders racing. We are at Autopolis in Japan for race 2 of the evening. Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked myself then. So yeah, race 2 of the evening. This is a 20-minute race. First race was absolutely fantastic. The only thing that was constant throughout was the fact that Gaz led from start to finish. Everybody else was chopping and changing positions. This track, this car, I'm not sure which, was proving to be a bit of a handful for most of the guys. So let's see what happens, shall we, in race 2. Let's just have a look at the grid. Let's get the right one. I'm not going to do the grid walk. We've done that in race 1. So if you want to have a closer look at the cars, then by all means have a look at race 1. But reverse grid for this one. So we've got Dart, Galthor 1 in pole position. Hoppers is second on the grid. Just behind him in third is Sai. Carlsberg is fourth. Corky is fifth. Apex Wolf is sixth. Bold 2 Drippy is seventh. Fantastic name. Racing Sim 6 is eighth. Gaz is ninth. And we've been joined by Lightning Rat. So Lightning Rat wasn't in race 1, but he's joined the grid for this one and been put at the back. Gaz was the winner, so Gaz would have been starting at the back, but now we've got Lightning Rat. So fantastic, we've got somebody else on the grid, so I'll get the right camera. We'll get this race underway. We are still in Japan at Autopolis. 2.9 miles of tarmac ahead, 18 turns, and some fantastic racing as well. As Dart takes us down towards turn 1. Now, we had quite a bit of lag in race 1, which did cause a few problems, and it looks like it's not really gone away for race 2, so it's going to be difficult to get by. So the guys just behind are going to have to take their time as everybody bunches up in the middle there. We've got Hoppers, Apex, Carlsberg. They're all in there. It's all getting a bit tight and a bit touchy-feely through these opening couple of turns. Hopper's just sitting in fourth. It looks like he's going to lose out there to Drippy, who's on the inside, who was Hoppers, goes across the grass. That's going to put him all the way to the back, I'm sure. He just comes back on ahead of Lightning Rat. All good though. Hoppers has got dirty tyres, so he does need to be a little bit careful. Lightning just behind him now at the back. So up at the top it is still Dart, although Sai looking for a move on the inside as they're going to turn 11, the second hairpin. And Sai gets through, Apex gets through, and Drippy gets through. So Dart lost 3 places there just in one turn, as Sai takes up the lead of this second race. Apex all over the back of him though. He wants this, doesn't he? Had a bit of an up and down race in race 1, did Apex. Let's jump on board with Apex. He was up there amongst the leaders, and then there was a bit of a mistake and he was all the way down at the back, and then he fought his way through again, and then he went back down again. So a bit of an up and down for Apex, so let's just hope he has a more settled race this time round. Just being nice and patient, just sitting behind Sai. Oh, a bit of a toucher, a bit of a bumper kiss, as Apex now takes over the lead. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Apex now takes up the lead. He's got Sai chasing him down. Drippy is in second, and well, Drippy's just gone ahead now. Maybe the slipstream did pay off there for Drippy, but he has taken the wider line. Has he got this round? No, he's gone off onto the grass again. Somebody else has followed him as well. It's all kicking off now. It's Dart that's gone off. Turn 1 is proving to be a proper pain in the backside for some of these guys, as Sai retakes over as the lead. Apex has to drop into second with Drippy into third. Deep breaths, guys, just stay on the tarmac. Carlsberg is in fourth. Racing Sim 6, great race. He had stuck with Gaz for most of the race in race 1. He's now up into fifth. It's a long way to go. Yeah, we've got another 17 and a half minutes, well, 17 minutes. So plenty of opportunities to overtake and improve your positions. Gaz there having a bit of a look into turn 11. Couldn't quite get that done. Racing Sim just shut the door on him. So Gaz is just going to have to sit there, be patient, and pick his moment. Maybe wait till we get onto the straight when we can make it count. These guys really are pushing these Megane trophies to their limits. They're asking an awful lot of them into some of these turns. The track is not too bad track. It's nice and wide. The curbs are not too high, so you can abuse them, but you want to try and stay on the go. Oh, what's happened there? Now then, we will go and have a look back at this. Apex Wolf is involved in this. Now let's have a look. He was leading. We've got Drippy. Drippy's just looking at making a bit of a move through these final turns. Oh, was there a bit of a touch? Yes, I think there was. I think there was a bit of a touch there from Drippy. We're on board with Drippy as we're going around turn 14. He tries to get the cutback, I think. Yeah, he's tried to get the cutback. Apex tried to turn in. They had a bit of a coming together. Apex ends up on the grass. Drippy's ended up on the grass. He's waiting. Right thing to do. So good racing from Drippy. That'll be one for the stewards. Not for me to call that one, but unfortunately the two guys who were fighting for the win are now down in 9th and 10th. And have we lost one already? I thought we had 11 to start with. I don't know, I've lost count. But up at the front now, the fight continues. So Sykes in P1 with Carlsberg now up into second. Racing Sim looking to take that position away from him. He's currently sitting in third, but he's now side by side. Gaz trying to get involved in this as well. Oh, Carlsberg just couldn't quite make that turn. He had to give it up. Racing Sim goes through to second. Gaz in third. Gaz making his way through the pack nicely, actually. He's been quite patient as Carlsberg tries to have a look at the inside, pushes Gaz out a little bit wider than he would have wanted, but he's got back onto the track again. And he's just biding his time, and that's what you've got to do, really. Especially when the racing is this close. You've got Sight and Racing Sim 6 just in front of them, so they are actually a bit of a roadblock there. So Gaz has got nowhere to go. He's just going to have to sit there and wait for an opportunity. Oh, as somebody goes off. Who's that? This time it might be Hoppers, I think. I'm not sure. Might have been Hoppers picking up a bit more grass. Everybody's still very bunched up. No gaps appearing. And we are on lap 3. We're just coming towards the end of lap 3 as Hoppers goes alongside Apex. Drippy's in there as well. Drippy just goes by Hoppers. So let's just take a breath, go back up to the top, and then we'll go down the grid order and see where everybody's sitting. It is chopping and changing so quickly. So Sai out in front at the minute. He's got Racing Sim just behind him in second. Gaz sitting there in third. Then we've got Carlsberg. Dart is in fifth. Corky. Drippy is in seventh. Apex 8th, Lightning Rat 9th, and Hoppers in 10th. And as I say, not a gap between them, really. This is so tight. As Gaz now has a look up the inside as they come into turn 1. So I still out in front. Racing Sim, oh, he's managed to hold on to it. I thought Gaz might have been able to sneak through, but he's not. So the slipstream really not coming into play in this race. So whether it's switched off or it's on a low setting. But yeah, the slipstream not playing into much part of this race as I thought it would. As Racing Sim goes up the inside of Sai, gets the job done at turn 6. Great move from Racing Sim, nice and clean, knew exactly what he was doing there. Sai in second, he's gone side to door with Gaz. Gaz just getting himself in front, so Gaz now moves up into second. With Sai dropping down to third. Through turn 10 they go. The second hairpin, then start on down the hill towards turn 11 and 12, the double right-hander. So Gaz just sitting behind Racing Sim. Racing Sim getting on the grass again. They really are using every inch of this track and maybe even a little bit more as well. Never really raced in this Megane Trophy myself, so I don't know if it's a right handful or not. Some of the guys seem to be struggling with it. Maybe it's just because they're pushing it to its absolute limits and asking too much of the car. I don't know, maybe I ought to get in it and have a bit of a go. But now Gaz, he is definitely in the slipstream of Racing Sim, but the slipstream really doesn't seem to be playing out as much as I thought. So maybe it's switched off. If any of the guys are racing can tell me. Oh, as Gaz, he tried to make the move, didn't he? He tried to go around the outside, but as we've seen before in turn 1, you cannot go around the outside at turn 1. You can't get the car slowed down enough, as Gaz has a bit of a bumper kiss with Dart, and just to hold on to it, that lag's still going in there, and unless that wheel is just absolutely wobbly and ready to fall off, the mechanics need to have a good look at that. But Gaz tried to take it round the outside at turn 1, and that's cost him a couple of spots. So now he's got it all to do again, get himself back up there as he makes a move up the inside of Dart, gets that one done nice and cleanly. Dart though all over the place, and that is the lag kicking in there. I'm absolutely convinced of that. As Gaz now goes around turn 10, the second hairpin down the hill, he is tucked underneath side, pulls alongside, and now it is a race down towards turn 11, and yeah, Gaz has got that one done. He's on the inside. Not much I could do about that. He's just got to drop in behind him now and follow him round. So Gaz now got his sights set on Racing Sim. These two having a good old battle in race 1, and roles reversed now. It's Gaz's turn to follow Racing Sim round for a few turns. Although Gaz is going to be looking for his opportunity, isn't he? And as soon as Racing Sim gives it to him, Gaz, I'm sure, will jump on it. So Racing Sim got some defending to do as we go around turn 18 onto the straight, 902 metres down towards turn 1. Will Gaz have another go at Racing Sim into turn 1? We're just going to stick with them now and see if that's exactly what he's done. Racing Sim goes onto the racing line. I thought Gaz would have stayed onto the inside there, but he thought better of it. He didn't think he was close enough. But on the exit of turn 1 into turn 2 they go. Oh, a fantastic move from Gaz, gets himself alongside Racing Sim, puts his car on the inside, and well, he made that look easy, didn't he? So now Gaz takes up the lead of this race. Sai just dropped into second. I think that caught Racing Sim out. Apex has gone through to third, and Racing Sim after that has now dropped down to fourth. So he's gone from leading this race to fourth position in a matter of a couple of turns. I think that move from Gaz may have just caught him out, but Racing Sim fighting back. He's taking Apex Wolf on into turn 10. The hairpin, they go side by side. Oh, a bit of a bumper smack from Sai. That's pushed him wide. Racing Sim moves up into second, Apex into third, and Sai in fourth. He's alongside Hoppers and Sai side by side into turn 11 and then 12. Sai just giving way to Hoppers. Hoppers on a great race actually in this second outing. This is a much better showing from Hoppers. Has moved up into fourth, although he's got Sai practically pushing him along through these final few turns. And who's that picked a penalty up? It's Apex. So Apex has picked up half a second. That's not going to help his cause much. Really, he could do it getting by Racing Sim and getting a gap between them before he gets to the penalty zone, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially not on the straight. So poor old Apex, half a second penalty. How close is Sai? Well, he may well lose a couple of positions actually, Apex, because when he serves that penalty, if Sai can stay as close as he is, he will definitely take P3 away from Apex. And Hoppers, well, Hoppers may well move up into fourth. Let's just follow them round. We're just going to stay with Apex until he serves the penalty. I'm not quite sure where the penalty zone is on this track, but this is fantastic close racing. As Gaz makes a little mistake through turn 6. the first of the hairpins, but he's managed to hold on to it, and he's managed to hold on to P1, although that has put Racing Sim and Apex a lot closer to him. And now we're coming up to the penalty zone. Now you can see the bar starting to fill up above Apex Wolf's car. Now Cy is going to go by as Apex serves his penalty, so through turn 10 they go. Oh, and there's the penalty zone, so Apex serves his penalty. Now then, is he going to lose a space? Yeah, Cy's gone through. Hoppers, as we thought, would go through, but Hoppers along part side. Apex, oh, bit of a door bump there from Hoppers, just to let Apex know he was there and he was coming through. These guys really don't mind getting their elbows out, do they? So Hoppers moves up to 4th. Apex, oh, and who's that that's gone off? Who's gone off? I can't. Let's find it, but it's all kicking off now. I think that may have been Dart actually that went off, or Cy. Was it Cy? Let's just go back. I think it was Cy. He was in 3rd. He was in 3rd. Oh, and Gaz has picked a penalty up just up ahead. And now, if it was Cy, that's a real shame, because Cy could have made something. Oh, as Gaz gets a little bit sideways. Oh, poor old Cy just got caught up in that. Nowhere to go, really. I'm going to have one more look at this, because you can see Gaz just gets a little bit out of sorts. As he comes back on, he sort of catches Racing Sim, who in turn catches Cy, who was just found himself alongside, really. I don't think he meant to put himself there. He just, all of a sudden, the two cars in front of him slowed right down because of that issue that Gaz had. And unfortunately, it was Cy that came off worse. So back up to the top, and Gaz, although he's got this half second, he is still in front. Racing Sim just behind. Well, he's alongside now, isn't he? Racing Sim, is he going to have a look at the inside? No, Apex Wolf decides to put a challenge in on Racing Sim around the outside, and we've seen so many times you cannot go around the outside at turn 1. Apex Wolf just kicking up a bit of dirt there. That's allowed Carlsberg to go through. So Carlsberg now moves up into 2nd. Apex drops down to 3rd. Corky is in 4th. Racing Sim has taken up the lead of this race. Apex deciding he's going to have another go at Carlsberg. Tries to get himself on the inside. These two still elbows out. Corky's taking advantage. Oh, as Dart, well, he's still wobbling around all over the place, isn't he? Wow, hardly got time to breathe. I need a quick drink. So Corky in 3rd then. Carlsberg still fighting with Corky. Then we've got Hoppers in 5th. Dart is 6th. Cy is 7th after his little issue on the last lap. Cy looking to try and get past Dart, but that car wobbling all over the place doesn't make it easy. Drippy just behind now. He just seems to have a problem with his steering wheel, unless he's got dirty tyres. Oh, what a big slide from Drippy, but well held. Fantastic car control from Drippy. That has cost him a little as Dart goes across the grass again. Gaz, I saw, has gone through and moved up into 7. I'm trouble keeping up with this. It is chop and change all the while, isn't it? Gaz now up into 7. Well, let's take a breath, shall we? We'll start up at the top and work our way down. This is fantastic racing. This is from these guys at the Tyre Shredders. So Racing Sim is in P1 at the minute. We've got Apex Wolf currently in 2nd, but he's got Corky and Carlsberg all over him. Apex now up into 2nd. Corky is 3rd. Carlsberg in 4th. Then we've got Cy. Gaz all over the back of him in 6th. Hoppers in 7th. Dart 8th. Drippy, well, Drippy's just moved up into 8th. Oh, and then back down to 9th. And Lightning Rat, well, a long way off the pace, and probably the safest position actually at the minute for Lightning Rat in 10th. And well, he can't see the rest of the cars at the minute, so with about 3.5 minutes to go, I don't think he's going to really improve his position. So back up to the top then, and it is still pretty close. Racing Sim 6th, in the lead from Apex Wolf. Apex Wolf though having a bit of a look as they go down the hill towards turn 11, and Apex gets himself into the lead. Racing Simmer's just going to have to slot behind him then as they go through turns 11 and 12 into the tricky S section of this track. Is Racing Sim going to have a bit of a look? He's going to try and go around the outside or get the cut back. No, Apex Wolf is wise to that one. Apex Wolf defending well, although Racing Sim has got alongside him as they go through turns 14, 15 and 16, and Racing Sim has got himself back into the lead. Apex Wolf, well, there's not a lot he could do about that. Fantastic racing from Racing Sim. And as Apex, I thought he'd gone a little bit too wide then, but he's still there as they go through turns 18 onto the straight. And it is another race down towards turn 1. Now, as we've seen on many occasions, you don't want to go too wide into this turn. Everybody lining up behind everybody else. Nobody really wants to make a move. Corky taking the tighter line and manages to nick a place from Hoppers there, moves up into 6. So Hoppers drops down 1, Corky moves up into 6. Dart down in 8, Lightning 9. Oh, and Drippy, well, was it turn 1 again? He's, I think he's come off a couple of times. Yeah, he's just got on the grass and spun out, and I think he's, it looks like he's had enough. He seems to be parking up. And that's Drippy, I think, done for this race, unless he's got some problems with the accelerator. He can't get that car going. You can see he's revving, he's not actually moving anywhere. That's unfortunate for Drippy, but we'll go back up to the top then. Excuse me, as Racing Sim just about holding on to P1. We are 18.5 minutes just over, so just under 1.5 minutes to go. So Racing Sim has got the rest of this lap and one more to go. As Gaz goes through, Gaz then come all the way from the back, has now finally got himself up into P1, although he's got Racing Sim alongside. It is side by side as they go into this. Apex Wolf, he fancies a bit of this as well. Carlsberg sitting in there in 4th. Apex just having to sit and watch the two guys in front battling it out. There's no room for him, there's nowhere for him to get by. He's just waiting for a mistake from one of the guys in front. Gaz and Racing Sim side by side all the way through, but Gaz managing to get his nose in front. Apex, he thinks he can get through there as well, so now he's taken over from where Gaz was and goes side by side with Racing Sim. Through turn 18 they go. Now they've decided to slot in behind one another. Fantastic racing there through that very tricky section of this track. But at the minute it is Gaz, Racing Sim, Apex Wolf. They're your top 3, and we are now into the final few seconds. Now, why have we got a yellow flag? Oh, I think it is because Drippy is parked up at turn 1. He's had enough, and we'll just make sure everybody gets across the line. Yeah, so everybody's now going to get one more lap. Apart from Drippy, who is, I think he's just left the car and he's walked off. We'll let the mechanics deal with that one. Hey, so Gaz out in front. I was going to say he's got a car length gap between himself and Racing Sim. Racing Sim has got enough problems with Apex Wolf, so while these two are battling out, was Apex, oh, I thought he'd got a bit of a slide going on there, but managed to catch it. So while these two are fighting away, Gaz might be able to just start pulling away. Carlsberg sitting in 4th still, Corky in 5th. Then we've got Sai, he's got a half-second penalty, so he's not going to improve on that position much more. Dart in 7th, he could nick P6 away from Sai. In fact, he might even get it done. No, no, around turn 10, so, well, Dart, I can't watch that much, but it looked like there was a problem up ahead. No, there's not. Gaz still out in front. Racing Sim, Apex, Carlsberg 4th, Corky, Dart, Sai in 7th. Lightning is now up into 8th, but carrying a penalty. Hopper's in 9th, and then Drippy. Well, Drippy's back onto the track. So he's, whatever it was, he's managed to get it sorted. He is a lap down though, unfortunately for Drippy, but he is back and racing now. But back up to the top then, as we go around the final 2 turns, exit of 18 onto 17 onto 18 onto the final straight. It is Gaz that is looking at the checkered flag. Racing Sim 6 in second, Apex third, Colesberg fourth, Torquay comes across the line in fifth, Dark gets sixth, Sai is seventh, Lightning is eighth, Hopper's ninth, with Drippy will cross the line in 10th position. If you've enjoyed this racing, then please hit that like button. Please subscribe if not already, and we'll catch you next time around for Tyre Shredders Racing. Thanks for watching. I shall catch you all soon.